Ladies and gentlemen, I promise not to keep you for much longer, but there's a few things I have to say before we finish. First of all is, I know Malcolm's going to say more in a moment, but thank you, Sir John, for hosting it and for taking the time out to come to Nottingham and support this event. It means a huge amount to us, and I know it means a lot to the people that have presented to you this evening as well. The second thing I just wanted to do as well is say this isn't just some sort of beauty parade. Yes, they're all good-looking, articulate, intelligent, successful people, but it wasn't just a kind of case of just boasting that. It's really a recognition from the Invest in Nottingham Club that it's the entrepreneurs, it's the companies creating new technologies, new products, new services, moving into new markets that are essential for the growth of not just our economy locally, but our economy nationally. And as you've seen this evening, we're pretty fortunate to have a few of those companies already, but we're not great about shouting about them. They're from a range of sectors and industries. And so we set up the Creative Cast really to try to profile, celebrate, and promote these entrepreneurs with three key reasons. Firstly, provide profile and opportunities for them to grow their business and celebrate their successes. Secondly, to make them an integral part of the identity of Nottingham, because I don't think they are at the moment. And thirdly, and perhaps most aspirationally, to inspire the next generation of entrepreneurs to locate their businesses in Nottingham as a result of it. And so from now on, every year, we're going to select up to 10 businesses, the most exciting dynamic companies that we can find every year, to be the creative class of that year. The selection process is going to be shortlisted by a committee and then invited to present at an evening at Hearts, and the successful candidates will then become part of the creative class. The businesses can be from any sector and maybe at a range of stages, but they'll have the following three things in common. First of all, they'll be creative, and I mean that in the widest sense of the word. I don't mean in terms of kind of graphic design on websites. I mean creating something new and different, be it within science, fashion, textiles, or digital media. They will also have growth ambitions. So, this is about companies who are looking to really take on, create new jobs, and grow their business. And thirdly, they have to have the skill set to be ambassadorial as well, because during that year, their role is not only to benefit from the connections, the introductions that the Invest in Nottingham Club can make for them, but for them to represent and be effective ambassadors for the entrepreneurial scene in Nottingham. The URL you can see there on the screen is a link to the application process. If you know of companies that you think fit the bill, meet the three common denominators that I just listed, please urge them to put themselves forward. They get judged by a selection committee of wise, learned, and experienced people and myself. There's the list of committee, so that you can grease their so that you know who they are. And yeah, but I'll just reiterate that one last time. Please, if you know of companies that you think fit the bill, or if indeed you are one, please apply. We want to see as many as possible. If you're not successful one year, you may well be successful the following year. So I'm just going to finish now with a few thanks as well. I need to say thank you to our sponsors. But firstly, I don't know if you noticed, but I thought the photographs that show off all of the talented companies you've got here this evening very exciting, very creative, and really quite eye-catching. And that's thanks to the excellent work of Sam Kirby, the photographer who did kindly work very hard on those photos for us. And there's a whole set of the postcards on the table over there. So please do take some away with you as well. So thank you to Sam. I also wanted to do a very quick welcome, and I know it's an odd time to do a welcome, but an introduction and welcome to one other individual who is entrepreneurial by definition, and for whom last year was a milestone year as well. Dr. Stuart Adams is sat down here in the front row. And for those who don't know, Dr. Adams invented ibuprofen 50 years ago. In December, 2011 was the 50th anniversary, in the building at BioCity, and really is a true legend of entrepreneurial status in our city. So I just want to say welcome and thank you, Stuart. And finally, I couldn't stand down without saying thank you to our sponsors as well, a kind contribution and support for this evening. Firstly, UNIEI, who have been mentioned a few times already, the University of Nottingham Institute for Enterprise and Innovation, is one of the leading centres of excellence in the enterprise education in Europe. It has pioneered entrepreneurship education across the university at its campuses in both the UK and in Malaysia and in China. Nottingham was the first university to win the Entrepreneurial University of the Year award in 2008, and we've heard a lot about the importance of them to, or both universities to our city this evening. Professor Simon Mosey Director of UNIEI and Professor of Entrepreneurship and Innovation, is here tonight, I believe, with Dan Edge as well, who also runs Nottingham's Enterprise Lab, which supports students and graduates interested in setting up their own businesses. They asked me to say that they're very proud to support the Creative Class event. Nottingham graduates and notable entrepreneurs at the University of Nottingham and entrepreneurship go hand in hand. So thank you to UNIEI. And finally, thanks to our second and primary sponsor, StaffBay, as well. StaffBay is a unique, world-first, start-to-finish online recruitment portal that enables both employer and candidate to go through the whole recruitment process online or offline. Started by two local recruitment entrepreneurs, Tony Wilmot and Elliot Kidd, who also own another national brand, Frontline Recruitment. Their experience spans some 20 plus years. And in essence, StaffBay brings together the best of traditional recruitment methods and combines it with the latest web technologies to enable the employer and candidate to interact directly through the whole recruitment process. Candidates build profiles, media-rich and content, put all their qualifications, skills and experiences on there, which allows them to do far more than the CV ever did. Tony, Elliot and StaffBay.com have said that they're delighted to be sponsors of the event. I know they leapt at the opportunity as soon as it was put to them, and they just wanted to share that opportunity in recognising the importance of innovation, entrepreneurship and Nottingham, and a celebration of all three together. So thank you to StaffBay and to UNIEI as well for your sponsorship. That, ladies and gentlemen, you'll be very pleased to hear is it from me, so I'm going to hand back to Malcolm just to close. Thank you very much.